Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Chocolate Swirl here from Team Wonder Bread. Just wanted to bring you a quick format discussion on the September 1st format. I really like what Konami did with the ban list. They did a much better job on this list than the last list. The last list, they pretty much didn't do anything but kill plants. But this list, they actually hit all the decks that needed to be touched. They hit dragons, they hit heretics, they hit windups, and they killed injectors. Injectors is, I haven't seen a deck get hit that hard since last format when they killed plants. Like it was brutal what they did to injectors. They needed to hit, but honestly, I don't think they needed to hit that bad. But anyway, the list also revived a couple of decks. It also helped. It brought back agents because it gave Earth 2. It brought teleport and destiny draw to 3. So I see a lot of like teleport, like kind of teledad kind of variants of decks. A lot of people are trying out this new Tefnui Dad deck. I haven't actually tested it or played against it yet, so I don't know how good it is. But I see a lot of people trying out decks like that. Blackwings got Kalute to 2, so I see them being played a little more. And Lightthorn, they got Necrogarden to 3, which is kind of annoying. I really wish they wouldn't have got a third Necrogarden, but it shouldn't be too bad. Uh, some cards that I think should have got hit on the list. I feel like Reborn, Mind Control, Pot of Avarice, and VLS all should have got hit. This is too much of a game winner. Like you could have no cards, you could have nothing. Top of Reborn, Reborn something like this, and just go for game just off the one Reborn. It's too good of a card. Mind Control is the same thing. They could have one monster standing between you and game, and you just Mind Control it, take it out of the way. Or you can Mind Control and exceed. It's like it's change of heart, except you can't like tribute your attack with it, but it's all the change of heart cards are gone, so I feel like Mind Control should be gone too. Pot of Avarice, no matter what anybody says, this is Pot of Greed. Even if you're putting stuff back into your deck, it's still just a +1 Pot of Greed. And we all know Pot of Greed is banned for a reason, because it's too good of a +1. And then BLS is the sackiest card ever. You draw BLS and 9 times out of 10 you win because of it, because he's such a good card. Cards like this shouldn't be in the format because it's just bad for the format. A couple cards I think should have came back. Magician of Faith. Uh, she's really slow right now, and I don't see her really being that big of a threat. Especially if you got rid of power cards like this, then she honestly wouldn't be too bad because what you're just gonna grab like MSTs or maybe your Heavy Storm, but nothing really brutal about Magician of Faith. Plus, it wastes your normal summon too just to set or get your spell back, and it's really slow. Also, Royal Oppression. A lot of people may disagree with me on Oppression coming back because you can just pay 800 and you can just keep plussing off of it. And plus, if you set up and then set Oppression, it's really brutal. But honestly, with Heavy Storm and 3 MSTs around and all the monsters that cause spell trap destruction, I honestly don't think Oppression is going to be that bad of a card to play. Um, for the format, I feel like Dino Rabbit, Heroes, Agents, Dark World, Windups, and Chaos Dragons. Even though Windups lost Zen Mighty, I've been doing a little research on them, and they still have a lot of crazy combos, even with only one Zen Mighty. Uh, Chaos Dragons, that deck is still amazing. All they did by hitting Future Fusion was kill their auto win condition. They still have all their milling. They're missing a tour guide, a Sork, and a Darkness Metal, which none of those are really like key cards of the deck. Darkness Metal kind of is, but Light Pulsar still at 3, and you can just jump the Dark Flare up to 3 to replace the Sorcerer, so it's not really that bad. The deck's still really strong. Um, I still feel Heretics are really strong, even with Red MD going to 1. No, they'll no longer be able to make Gustav Max. But I played the deck all last format without Gustav Max, and the deck still OTKs like crazy. Uh, Geargia slash Machina. Any kind of like Machina Geargia decks. I've been testing Geargia, and that deck's actually really good. I didn't think it was going to be that good until I started testing it, but it's actually really consistent. And Machina, with the release of Gear X, he's really like that's the one thing machines needed was their own Rhoda, and they finally got it with Gear X. So I feel like Machina is going to be really played. Um, some other decks you might want to watch out for. I don't see these as being tier 1, but rogue decks that you'll see people playing. Karakuri. Character's always been a strong deck, but it lost really bad to windups. Like I was gonna take it to regs when we went down to regs, but I was too scared to windups because that was back when people were playing it all the time, and Character's can't top deck. Scraps, scraps have always been a strong deck in my eyes, but I don't know. Just I feel like it'll be stronger this format because this format's gonna be a lot slower. Six Samurai. Six Samurai is always floating around. The deck's still, they turn one, Gateway, and Derp all over the place. It's still dumb. Evil. I think Evil it's actually a really decent deck. Its only problem was it lost to Inzectors because they needed the Westlow setup. Same thing with Infernities. I took Infernities down to Regs back in March, and the deck really doesn't have any bad matchups except uh, like Stun. Like it has a really big problem against Thunder King and Inzectors. But now that Inzectors are gone, you really only have to worry about Thunder King, and you can just main deck answers for it. And then the deck's actually very fast and it's really strong. And also, with Debris Dragon coming to 2 and Spore coming back, I see a lot of people trying out plant variants. We're still missing Glow Bolt for the whole plant engine, but Double Debris Dragon is really good. I don't know what Konami was thinking doing that, but I don't know. We'll see what comes up with that. Uh, Watch out for Troll decks too, because Chainburn just got their third cylinder, which is really bad because Cylinder is probably the best burn card besides Ring of Destruction. And then Final Countdown didn't get touched at all. I actually saw in Return of the Duelist there's actually another trap that stops all damage during the battle phase, which is the last thing they needed was another damage stopper. And with Drill Pro Winston running Exodia at Worlds, I see a lot of people gonna try out his Exodia build because people like the net deck pretty hard. Some cards to think about for this format. I feel like Night Assailant is a good replacement for the third tour guide because if it's dead against someone, you can just tour guide into it and then overlay. But if you draw into it, you can always set it, flip it, and let it destroy something. It's really strong against like Dino Rabbit and Logia and stuff. Uh, Thunder King Ryo. I feel like Ryo, if you can main deck him, I would main deck at least 2 to 3 because he hits every deck. Like he's such a strong opening play against any deck, especially with Inzectors gone. That was the only thing he was really bad against was Inzectors. But other than that, he's strong. He's a very strong opening play. D Prison. D Prison's always been a good card, but with Inzectors around, D Prison was dead in a lot of Inzector matchups. So I feel like it'll be played in like going back to being played in like 2s or 3s. And then also Starlight Road with Mirror Force coming to 2. That makes Dark Hole, Double Torrential, Double Mirror Force, Heavy Storm. That's 6 cards right there that most people main deck or side deck. And then for like random rogue matchups like Gladiator Beast, Kizaris, uh, JD and Light Sworn, Icarus Attack and Blackwings. I feel like Starlight Road is going to be a much stronger deck, a much stronger card. Decks I'm testing right now. I'm testing out Agents because it's really good. I know it's going to be good this format. I'm testing out Tech Genis. It's real. Tech Genis is a really strong deck. I don't know why people stop playing it. It's actually even with Striker going down to even with Striker going to 1 and Tengu. I've been testing Reborn Tengu, and even at 2, he's still Reborn Tengu. When he gets removed, you still get another one. You can summon him, Torrential, and get the plus off of it. It's actually really good. But yeah, that's about it. YouTube, comment, tell me what you think about the new format. Tell me if you guys like it. Tell me if you guys don't like it. Just comment, rate, subscribe, and we'll keep you posted. Peace, YouTube.